Hi, I'm Zachary Quinto. I play Tom in the Glass Menagerie.
I'm Celia Keenan-Bolger. I'm playing Laura Wingfield in the Glass Menagerie.
My name is Brian J. Smith, and I am playing the role of Jim, the gentleman caller.
I think I found a copy of it that belonged to my mother, and I think I started reading it. And I always found I was a Southerner with a chip on my shoulder once I came north, being from Paris, Tennessee originally. And I always felt like Amanda was one of those freakish, like, oh yeah, let's make fun and make Southern women freakish. I really had a chip on my shoulder about it. And I didn't buy it. But it was just because I lacked depth and life experience. I couldn't appreciate the woman's dilemma and the beauty of the woman. I love her.
I mean, I think I learned of the play the way most people learn of the play in high school. When I was studying theater and studying acting in high school, and I read the play, I think, in American literature class. But I don't really consider myself to have been very familiar with the play before I came to work on it in December of last year at the ART for this production. So I feel actually very grateful that my experience of the play and my relationship to the play is filtered through my experience of this production and of actually playing the role. Well, what a clear distillation of Tennessee and Tennessee's life this play is, and this character is the most autobiographical character in Tennessee's body of work. So for me, it was what I learned about Tennessee and the very many ways in which I felt like I could relate to him. I think the pursuit of what Tennessee was trying to capture in writing this play, and also what he was trying to escape, are things that were very important and profound for me to familiarize myself with and to bring into my experience of the play.
I was, I believe, a sophomore in high school in Dallas, Texas.
Menagerie in high school, and I actually remember feeling pretty disconnected from it. I grew up in Detroit. I grew up with a pretty functional family, and I remember thinking, I can't find my way into this play. And it's been such an amazing experience to do it and feel completely the opposite. I think this production, I also think I probably came to it too early in high school. I didn't totally understand what Williams was trying to do, and I think John Tiffany and his direction has really made clear a lot of themes of the play, of the family trying to take care of each other, of the love that exists in this family that I just didn't see on the page, but that I think is very alive in our production. Character is nothing like me, and yet I felt immediately, even when I auditioned, tapped in to her and what she's going through. And I have no idea what that is in me, but I feel like I really understand her, and I understand her trying to protect herself, and I understand her living and her interior life that she sort of escapes to. Yes, the long delayed but always expected something that we live for.
God, that's really hard. I think my favorite line in the play is, I can't tell you that. I don't know. My favorite monologue I can tell you is when he's talking about the dance hall, the Paradise Dance Hall, and when he's describing the environment there and sort of describing the alley around the apartment that they live in St. Louis. And for me to be able to know what that time must have been like and how difficult it must have been for those people in the Depression and in that time and in that place, that he found such beauty in it is something that I'm constantly connected to, and that I feel like he's always the most present for me in those moments. And I mean, Tennessee, that is. So, yeah. Well, they're completely different as far as I'm concerned. I started acting in theater when I was a kid, and so I came to film and television after I had a whole foundation of what it means to work on stage, and the process is entirely different. The way in which you tell the story from the beginning through the middle to the end on stage, that you're sharing the experience with an audience. Film and television is very fragmented, and often for me very much about instinct and immediacy, and theater is about something completely ephemeral and something that I feel like ultimately, if it's done well, and we're lucky enough to be involved in a production like this, we're actually conduits. We're actually serving something that's much bigger than any of us or than all of us together in a theater on any given night. So I always thrive when I'm in that environment, and I always want to come back to it as much as I possibly can. So this for me is really a dream come true.
It's so interesting because we have two fancy pants screen actors in this play, and they are killing it on stage. So I would like to think that good acting is good acting, and obviously there are tiny techniques that are helpful in both venues, but no, I don't think there's that much of a difference.
Stage acting is a lot more fun.